Cars are losing value like never before. Here are the top 10 cars in 2026 that have lost the most value. They've depreciated the most over the past 5 years. You ready, Pops?
Let's do it.
Number 10 on the list is the Dodge Hornet. This vehicle also shows up pretty frequently on our top 10 slowest selling cars in the United States of America. Well, Dad, the Dodge Hornet will lose 62% of its value after 5 years. That means 5 years after you've bought it, it'll be worth less than $15,000, even though it sells for almost $40,000 brand new. Any surprises here, Dad, seeing the Dodge Hornet show up on the depreciation list?
My only surprise is that it's at number 10 and not closer to number 1. And I might say, Dodge has said they are going to discontinue bringing the Hornet into the country, so it very well might make its way to the very top of this list moving forward. I would not be surprised to see that happen.
Yeah, shocker when automakers discontinue a car. Unless it's like a really rare vehicle, it's going to depreciate even more. Next on the list, Dad, another Dodge getting in on the fun. We have the Durango. The Durango depreciates 62% as well over 5 years. The average resale value after 5 years of ownership is $25,000. And yes, the average Dodge Durango new car cost is over $66,000. So Dodge taking the number 10 and number 9 spots here. And this is probably a good moment to mention, we're only doing kind of mass market vehicles for this video. We could do a separate video for just luxury vehicles as well. You'd see a lot of Maseratis on that list. Let us know in the comments down below if you want the top 10 most depreciated luxury vehicles. But Dad, Dodge coming in at number 10 and number 9 here.
Well, Dodge products, Stellantis products as a whole, don't tend to retain the highest percentage of their value to begin with. And when you factor in how overpriced they have become over the last 4 or 5 years, then you can really begin to understand why they're depreciating at the rates that they are.
Now we're going to get into some electric vehicles, which for those of you that have been watching the CarEdge channel or tune in over on CarEdge Live, you will not be surprised to see at the number 8 spot here, the Volkswagen ID4. 63% depreciation after 5 years of ownership, a sub $20,000 resale price after you purchase the thing new for almost $52,259 to be exact. That is crazy, man, the amount of depreciation ID4 owners are seeing right now.
It is, but it's pretty standard when it comes to EVs, especially with the discontinuing of the federal tax credits. So for those of you who have an interest in an EV, the best way to get one is to buy a used one because, well, nothing in the market seems to depreciate faster than EVs at the moment.
Number 7 is another EV, this one from Nissan, the Aria. It will depreciate 63% after 5 years of ownership, and average resale value under $19,000 after you spent more than $50,000 to get your hands on it. And yet another electric vehicle, the Honda Prologue, coming in at number 6, that's 64% depreciation. $550 selling price after 5 years, but you spent $56,000 to buy that new Honda EV. So before we jump into the top 5 most depreciated vehicles in 2026, so again, the vehicles that are losing the most value as rapidly as possible, your 10 through 6 list here, Dad, you got 2 Dodge products, then you got 3 EVs. Not too shocking, again, if you were to go look at your slowest selling cars in the United States, those are some of the vehicles that show up on that list. So I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. And I don't know if the rumors are true that I heard that Nissan is going to discontinue the Aria. But if that is the case, well, then that will be moving up the list. As they say in the music industry, it's number 5 with a bullet.
All right, we've got number 5 on our list here. We've got the Nissan Titan XD, 64% depreciation after 5 years. So you've got a resale value under $24,000 after you spent $65,000 on that new Nissan pickup truck. And then at the number 4 spot, Chrysler. So we got Stellantis getting back in on the fun. Stellantis owns Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and a few others. But the Voyager, Dad, depreciates 64% after 5 years. And this ties directly back to your commentary around discontinued vehicles. Voyager is no longer available. Is that correct?
I don't even remember what the hell the Voyager was.
No, they brought the Voyager back. They brought the Voyager back. I'm mistaken. So there you go. The Voyager depreciates 64% after 5 years, has a $15,000 resale value, even after owners spent $42,000 to get their hands on one.
It seems to me, just looking at this list so far, that if you are interested in bargains, now you might not necessarily be getting the most popular product, and you might not necessarily be getting the best product, but you will be able to get some of the best pricing on these products because of how much they depreciate. What this says to me clearly is whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, don't buy one of these brand new. Wait a year or two and save some big bucks.
Your top three, you've got two brands in the top three. All right, first at the number 3 spot, Nissan with the Leaf. Dad, the Leaf depreciates 66%, loses 2/3 of its value, after 5 years. An $11,748 resale value on average after owners spent almost $34,000 to get their hands on one. And then pops at the number 2 spot is another Nissan, but on the opposite end of the price spectrum. It also depreciates 66% of its value over 5 years and is worth about $25,000 after those 5 years. But owners are spending almost $75,000, $73,721 to get their hands on a new Nissan Armada. And then again, it depreciates 66% over 5 years. So Nissan coming in here at the 3 and 2 spot, two totally different vehicles.
Oh, absolutely. And believe me, if what you want is a big ass SUV, and you want it on the cheap, the way to go is to get a 3, 4, or 5-year-old Nissan Armada. And it's not a bad vehicle. It just depreciates rapidly. And so if you need one of those big SUVs, that could be the way to go.
It's a bit shocking to me, though, Dad, that Nissan has a $75,000 SUV. It just seems a little bit, I don't know, wrong place, wrong time for that brand. Thus, the reason it's depreciating so much.
Could be, but it's either that or you buy the Infinity version.
Which also something tells me it probably depreciates quite fast. At the number 1 spot, we have a Toyota, which is a surprise, but it's the Mirai. Now, the Mirai is the alternative fuel powertrain option from Toyota. It depreciates, you ready for this? 84% after 5 years. So if you're someone who bought a Mirai, I am sorry, you spent $64,000, and after 5 years, it's going to be worth less than $10,000. Now, Toyota hasn't given up on their alternative, powertrain options, but they're not pushing them as much as they had in the past. And the Mirai, Dad, is a perfect example of kind of the error of their ways and ultimately some of the financial suicide that a customer could get themselves into if they purchased one outright.
Yes, the Mirai is a hydrogen-powered vehicle, pretty much only available, I believe, in California. Very, very difficult to be able to refuel it. So I think that more than anything lends itself to the depreciation numbers that we're seeing. You're just really limited as to where you can refuel it, where you can actually drive it. If you buy it in California and you travel to, I don't know, Colorado, you might not get back to California because there's no place probably in Colorado to refuel it. So that explains it, I think, in a nutshell.
We have more than just the top 10 back at caredge.com/ranks. We'll put the link down in the description below. We also have this for luxury vehicles. So let us know if you want us to make another video that tells you the luxury vehicles that lose their value the most. And as always, Pops, appreciate you jumping on and doing this with us.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we get a chance to talk about some of the bottom feeders in the automobile industry, I love it.